I'm Nicolas Cage, and I'm going to break down a scene from my new film, Dream Scenario.
Who's certain they've actually had a dream about me? Okay, let's explore this. This might get us somewhere interesting. Does anyone want to share the content of their dream? Yes, you?
Well, I'm in this forest, wandering around, eating these strange mushrooms, and I'm in like a full tuxedo for some reason. And there's other people also dressed up, but they're all scared, like frozen in fear. And then I realize it's because of this really tall man running towards me.
The whole character, I felt Paul Matthews was an opportunity for me to apply some of the emotions that I had experienced. I might have been the first actor who woke up one morning and saw a viral video called Nicolas Cage Loses You Know What. And I watched it grow and grow exponentially, compounding on itself, turning into photoshopping with memes and t-shirts and what have you. And I wasn't why I got into making movies, but I realized it was completely out of my control. And I didn't know where to apply those emotions until I read this script, Dream Scenario, and I thought, yes, I understand Paul Matthews, even though it's a completely different situation. He was having that experience of enjoying a little bit of recognition and then having it turn on him and go completely out of his control.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. What I love about that segment is that I've always enjoyed surrealism, and dreams are inherently surreal. And that segment, it shows you just how trippy and how surreal things can get. You can do that when your subject is dreams, when your movie is about dreams. And that is really what this movie is about. You know, I'm sure science can explain away everything and why we have dreams and the REM and all that and why it occurs, but I like to have a little bit of magic to it, you know, even though I'm sure 99.9% of science is accurate as to why we have dreams. I'm like anyone else. I've had good dreams, I've had bad dreams, I've had recurring nightmares, usually involving disasters on an airplane. But the good dreams, they change your whole day. You wake up with a bit of spring in your step, you know? I've had great dreams about my family. So it goes both ways, like anybody else.
Paul, he'll kill us. Paul, I've never seen these. Beautiful.
And that's all I remember.
Interesting. So I'm looking at the mushrooms instead of helping.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
Okay. Let's hear another one. Anyone?
When Paul goes in and he talks about, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to talk about the dreams and then we're gonna go to the work. And he's like, all right, let's get into this. And it was Christopher that gave me that note. Take the jacket off there and really look forward to what the dreams are gonna be. Because of course, the more positive he is about the dreams, the more deflated he becomes when he realizes he's just a bystander who's inactive. Paul Matthews is a very good professor. He cares about his work. He means it. He's really interested in evolutionary biology, and he does his best with his students. But I also wanted to show how Paul, was receiving this newfound recognition. And in that moment, he's enjoying it a little. There's a little bit of spring in his step. But the big thing that's kind of weighing on him is that he doesn't do anything in these folks' dreams. He's just a bearing witness. He's not active. He's not a hero. He's just looking. And all this stuff is happening around him. I thought that was actually very amusing. In many ways, musically, I'm all about counterpoint. And when you can do the counterpoint with one character in the same scene, then that's just so thrilling for me because you can see the character in real time as a kind of, well, you might say beta male character that is not really making much of a mark in a positive or a negative way with his family and with his work. And then in the nightmare sequences, you see that shift into a more menacing and foreboding and morose kind of aura. And to be able to ping pong with that is great for any actor.
Okay, so I'm just observing again. But that's funny. Interesting one. Anyone else?
I was amazed by, Christopher, first of all, his intelligence. Second, this is his sophomore effort. And the word masterpiece came to mind for me because I've never seen anything else like this. And the movie coalesces, it works. And when I say masterpiece, I'm talking about someone who's working at such a fine level that nothing needs, in my view, to be added, taken away, or altered. And it doesn't happen often. And I thought this is a real example of a director expressing his vision perfectly. And I think it helps that he's an editor, that he's actually in the editing room cutting it himself. I think that speaks volumes for why the movie came together as well as it did. I was very, you might say religious about Christopher's script. I didn't part ways. I didn't change a sentence or a word. Sometimes I would add something in terms of a move, like the marching in the nightmare sequence with my daughter. That was something I came up with. But by and large, I really adhered to the libretto that Christopher wrote. A24 is a terrific house, very actor-friendly, and I like everything they've produced. I'm actually quite in awe of their taste, and I was happy to be invited.